I'm apologizing to each and everyone that always supports SATV Sports. But the big question is, Eberechi Eze to Arsenal. Can Arsenal win the English Premier League 2025-2026 season? How excited are you if you are an Arsenal fan? And are you happy Arsenal is signing Eberechi Eze 67.5 million pounds until June 2030? Are you excited? Signing 5 years contract with Arsenal. And one funny thing is, there is everything in life has a purpose. At age 13, he was released by Arsenal. That's the funny thing. At age 13, he was released by Arsenal, rejected by Fulham, Millwall, and a whole lot of clubs. But Queen's Park Rangers signed him in 2020. And after signing him in 20, and after joining QPR, he moved to Crystal Palace in 2020. And he won the Emirates FA Cup 2024-2025 season with Crystal Palace and defeated Liverpool on penalties in the 2025 Community Shield. How excited are you if you are an Arsenal fan and Eberechi Eze, one of the finest wingers in the English Premier League, is joining Arsenal? How excited are you? And do you think Arsenal can win the English Premier League 2025-2026 season? If you are an Arsenal fan, being honest with yourself, do you think Arsenal is in to win the English Premier League 2025-2026 season? For me, I know Arsenal has 99.9% chance of winning the English Premier League, but what about you? Because Victor Gyökeres is there, Declan Rice is there, Martin Odegaard is there, Bukayo Saka is there. How excited are you if you are an Arsenal fan? Do you think 99.9% chance of winning the English Premier League, Arsenal can do it? Ahead of Manchester City, ahead of Liverpool, ahead of Manchester United, ahead of Chelsea, ahead of Tottenham Hotspurs. Which club do you think can win the English Premier League ahead of Arsenal? Serena's Dreamland. Hi, how are you? Serena's Dreamland, how are you doing? MashaAllah. Hi, Serena's Dreamland. How are you doing? And I hope your day has been good. I hope you're great. And that's really wonderful. Serena Dreamland, I'm asking a question. Eberechi Eze is now moving from Crystal Palace to join Arsenal in the 2025-2026 season. He is a Ghana. He will be playing for Arsenal. But do you think Arsenal can win the English Premier League 2025-2026 season? Or do you think Chelsea can win it? Or do you think Man City can win it? Or do you think Liverpool can win it? Or do you think Manchester United can win it? Jensen, how are you? Good evening. I really appreciate the support I'm getting tonight. The support is massive. The support is great. Serena's Dreamland is saying he thinks Arsenal can win the English Premier League 2025-2026. Do you support the idea? Victor Gyökeres, Martin Odegaard, Eberechi Eze. These players are in there. Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Kajukatli, how are you? Hola. Okay, Serena's Dreamland is saying not really Arsenal can win the English Premier League. So do you think, Serena's Dreamland, which club do you think can win the English Premier League? I just want to know. I'll mention 3 names, or let's say 4 names. Pick one and tell me the one who is going to win the English Premier League 2025-2026. Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, and then Arsenal. Which of these teams do you think can win the English Premier League? For me, if you ask me, with the kind of flamboyant attack, Serena's Dreamland is saying Manchester will win them. Is it City or United? Name it. City or United. Which of these two teams can win the English Premier League? For me, I will go for, I am a Manchester United fan. I will never deny it. I am a Manchester United fan, but I think Arsenal has one of the best attacks in the English Premier League. If Eze signs, yo, Boxy, hi, you my good, mashallah. Thank you, Boxy. Thank you, Boxy. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate it so much. I really appreciate it. I can't take it for granted. All the support I'm getting from all of you, I can't take it for granted. It's really important to me. Now, with the kind of, I am a Manchester United fan. Jensen is saying Arsenal will win the English Premier League. Jensen, I will never deny it. You have 100%, you are 100% right. But others might also have a different opinion, thinking maybe it will be for City or Liverpool. And Liverpool, Man City, Manchester United, and Arsenal, they all have one of the best attacks in the English Premier League. But the kind of attack, the kind of flamboyant attack, the kind of one of the best attacks currently in the English Premier League is Arsenal. They have one of the finest. Look, Eberechi Eze is joining. And if Eberechi Eze joins, they have Eberechi Eze, they have Vitor Gyökeres, and they have Bukayo Saka. This is Arsenal's flamboyant attack. One of the best one of the best in the English Premier League. Even when you take Vitor Gyökeres out, Eze and Bukayo Saka are Premier League proven attackers. And playing for Arsenal at age 13, being released at age 13, and he was able to join Queen's Park Rangers. And Queen's Park Rangers is now selling him for £67.5 million back to Arsenal. The club he moved out of at the age of 13 is now joining the same club back again. And it's really exciting. Last time I looked at your stream, you had 2 people watching. Now you have 17. MashaAllah, Boxy, MashaAllah. And Allah has a way of doing a lot of things. Even 17 people watching, I think 6 are out. MashaAllah, let's hope and pray for the best that a lot of people will be watching the live stream. Let's hope and pray a lot of people will be watching the live stream. Steph van der Weef, how do you feel about getting Sesko and Gyökeres going to Arsenal? Initially when Arsenal was trying to sign Benjamin Sesko, I thought Manchester United could also get Vitor Gyökeres. But Gyökeres opted to join Arsenal instead. And then Manchester United also had the chance of signing Vitor Gyökeres, of signing Sesko. So I think it was a balanced game. Jensen, please don't leave. Please don't leave. Just be online and let's talk about football. I was happy when Manchester United signed how do you call it? I was very happy when Manchester United signed Benjamin Sesko, because all I was wishing for was for Manchester United to sign Vitor Gyökeres, but United couldn't get Gyökeres, and they were able to get Sesko, and it was one of the best transfers Manchester United has done. The long awaited, finally it was done, and just a phone call, and then Arsenal was able to snap up Eberechi Eze from the hands of Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur was initially the frontliners to sign Eberechi Eze, but Arsenal at the letter R was able to snap up the deal and then sign Eberechi. And it's one of the finest transfers, one of the best transfers Arsenal has ever done. because they were negotiating with Tottenham Hotspurs, and Tottenham Hotspurs were the ones in the front line to sign Eberechi. The deal was almost close at the last minute, and then Arsenal is able to snap up the deal. One of the finest deals Arsenal has ever done. And when you look at Eberechi, he's one of the best wingers in the English Premier League. Now, prior to joining Arsenal, he has won 2 titles with Crystal Palace, winning the Emirates FA Cup and then winning the Carabao Cup. Great achievement by all standards. What do you think of Kvaratskhelia? He is one of the best I can ever think of. From Napoli to PSG, is a very good transfer, 100%. Napoli is one of the best Italian Serie A teams you can ever think of. One of the best teams in the Italian Serie A. And for Kvaratskhelia to move from Napoli and then join one of the biggest teams in the French league, it's worth it. It's one of the best transfers I can ever think of. It's one of the best and one of the biggest transfers you can ever get from a French club, from one of the best clubs in the Italian Serie A to one of the biggest clubs in the French league. What do you think that is the best left winger this season? You know one thing, for Paris Saint-Germain to go for him as one of the finest left wingers in the world at the moment, and PSG won't do just a transfer, because when PSG was going to buy Bakola from Olympique Lyon, they did so many research. They were able to scout him not once, not twice. They did everything they could, and they were able to get Bakola. And when PSG is going to sign a player, they know what they are going for. And I think they've done great in this transfer window. They've done great in this transfer window. And every single player they've gone in for, it's worth it. Trust me, they've done one of the best signings you can ever think of in the transfer window. But for me, if you ask me, Dembele or Kvaratskhelia, in your opinion, wow, these two players, I can't pick one and then leave the other. But I will always go for Ousmane Dembele. On any day, any time, I will always go for Ousmane Dembele. Any day, any time, Ousmane Dembele will always win my vote. Any day, any time, Ousmane Dembele will always win my vote. He is one of the finest you can think of. And he is vying for 2025 FIFA Ballon d'Or. And the awards will start next month in September 22nd, I think. And for such a player, Dembele, trust me, I'll go for Dembele. Dembele or Salah, on any day, any time, day or night, rain or shine, I'll go for Mohamed Salah, reluctant gamer. Day or night, light or darkness, I'll always go for Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is the African king. He is the best in Africa at the moment. He's our African Messi. Mohamed Salah is the greatest and the GOAT of Africa. Despite we having the likes of JJ Okocha from Nigeria, and when you talk about African finest, when you talk about African best, when you talk about African dribbling machine, you cannot do without mentioning JJ Okocha from Nigeria. Reluctant gamer, I love Salah. I feel people don't rate him because he's no. Reluctant gamer, don't say that. It doesn't concern religion. The kind of people that show Mohamed Salah love is beyond human imagination. Look, let me give you one example. When Salah moved to Chelsea, he wasn't performing that well. You get it? He wasn't doing that great at Chelsea before he joined Liverpool. And when he joined Liverpool, he became the superstar of the nation. He became the superstar, the best you can ever think of as an African. And he was dominating the English Premier League with Sadio Mane. And Sadio Mane joined Al Nassr. And everyone thought Sadio Mane leaving Chelsea to join Liverpool. And now Mane leaving Liverpool and leaving Mohamed Salah alone, Liverpool will struggle. But Mane is not there. But Liverpool is still flourishing game after game. And Mohamed Salah single-handedly is doing it consistently for Liverpool. Yo, brother, do you think that Georgia will beat Turkey in September? I can't predict, but Georgia has a good team. Turkey also has a good team. But between these two teams, I can't pick any. I can't pick any because I love Turkey and I love Georgia. So if I have to pick, I can't be biased. So I will love these two teams. Whoever wins will just give the team a shout out because it's going to be a tough game. You know, Arda Güler plays for Turkey, and Turkey has one of the best teams in the world. So it will be exciting to watch one of these two great teams and see who is going to win. Yes, I am a Muslim. CR7, I am a Muslim. I am a Muslim. Nakrebi edits. I can't predict because I would love Turkey and I love Georgia. So these two teams, these two countries, I can't pick one and leave the other. I am a Muslim as well. MashaAllah. My name is Ahmed Al Hassan. What about you, CR7? What about you, CR7? What about you, CR7? And I think it's going to be exciting because Georgia, one great country, Turkey, another great country. Well, Reluctant Gamer is also a Muslim. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. I really appreciate all of you. I really appreciate all of you. And it's one love. Yeah, it's one love as we Muslims and everyone, even Christians, show us love. And we always need to show our fellow human beings that much love and support. I'm telling you, we are always like one and nothing can separate us. But for Nakrebi edits, Messi or CR7, wow. This debate, CR7 or Messi? I'll go for CR7. I'll go for CR7. I'm a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. When it comes to the best player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, when it comes to the greatest player of all time, it's Messi. So these two players, their generations can be seen. You can never determine what their generation will be. They are two great players. Reluctant Gamer is saying Messi. MashaAllah. And I'm also saying CR7. And if we are going to put a debate on it, we are not going to end today because these two players are one of the best players in the world. You have love for Messi, another person will also have love for Cristiano Ronaldo. And these are two great players. You can never mention one's name and leave the other. But if you ask me, in the Spanish La Liga, in the English Premier League, who is going to win? I'll go for Manchester United to win the English Premier League. Some people might doubt it, but you also have your opinion. I'll go for Man City. I'll go for Manchester United, Man City, or Liverpool to win the English Premier League. And then I'll go for Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid. One of these three teams to win the Spanish La Liga. Griffith, Osei, and Kuma, who will win the La Liga and Premier League? tough. But the La Liga, I will go for Real Madrid to win the Spanish La Liga 2025-2026 season. And then in the English Premier League, it's going to be tough, but I'll pick three teams. One of them should be able to win the English Premier League. But if you ask me to pick one out of the three I am going to mention, I'll say Manchester United will win the English Premier League 2025-2026, despite they losing their first game against the Gunners. I think Manchester United has 99.9% chance of winning the English Premier League. You might have your doubts. I might have my opinion as well. These three teams, one of them should be able to win the English Premier League. Manchester United, Man City, and then Liverpool. These three teams, one of them should win the English Premier League. But notwithstanding, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspurs, they also have good squad that they can dominate and win the English Premier League. Griffiths, okay. How do you also see Alonso ball at Madrid? Very excellent. Very excellent. And you know, Osei, Griffith, one thing that will make Alonso flourish in the Spanish La Liga, people are not seeing it. You know, when he was with Bayer 04 Leverkusen, yeah, he plays some kind of tactical approach. If he doesn't score you, you will not score him. If he doesn't win against you, you will not win against him. And that was the approach he used in winning the treble in the 2023-2024 season. And that approach has started in the Spanish La Liga. So if you look at the game they played with Osasuna, he prevented Osasuna from attacking Madrid, and he attacked more, though they were a little bit jittery in the final third. Kylian Mbappe was able to score for Madrid, and they had the 3 maximum points, winning it with 3 points plus 1 goal. So I think Madrid will have a lot of chance of winning the Spanish La Liga than FC Barcelona, though Barcelona has one of the best teams in the world. But let's see how the season goes. But if you ask me to pick the team that is going to win the Spanish La Liga, I would definitely and 100% go for Real Madrid. I am a Barca fan, but I have to say that Madrid is a bigger club than Barca. You are right, Nakrebi Edit. You are 100% right. And when you look at the kind of attack Barca is having, it's more potent and flamboyant. But when you look at Madrid's attack, they have one of the best strikers. They have one of the best attacks in the Spanish La Liga, but Barca is always superior. Barca is always superior. And trust me, if you ask me who will win the Spanish La Liga, to be fair, I can say it's FC Barcelona. But to show the love I have for Madrid, being a Manchester United fan, I will say Madrid is going to win the Spanish La Liga based upon what I have seen. I know Madrid is going to win the Spanish La Liga because if Xavi Alonso doesn't score, he won't score. And he always wants to prevent opponents from attacking Madrid's backline. Is Napoli going to win the Serie A again? They can do that. Napoli can win the Serie A title 2025-2026. I foresee Napoli maintaining the Italian Serie A. I foresee Napoli maintaining it. I foresee the Italian Serie A trophy not going to any other club than Napoli. This is what I can say. Freeze, how are you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Somos les únicas. Please, I don't understand Spanish, or I don't understand what you are trying to type. So if you can bring it back into English language, I will be very happy. Thank you very much. Frischlep, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. In the Spanish La Liga, in the English Premier League, which team do you think is going to win it? If you ask me in the Spanish La Liga, I would say Real Madrid is going to win it. If you ask me in the English Premier League, I would say Manchester United is going to win it. But you also have your opinion. The opinion you will have and your tactical approach to why you think Barca will win the Spanish La Liga or Madrid will win the Spanish La Liga, you bring it on board and let's digest it. Because for me, if you ask me, do you know he's transferred to Sporting? Yes, I know. And I know it's going to help Sporting to dominate in the Portuguese league. And it's going to be exciting. But I think the Premier League will be tough this season, which will change things at the UEFA Champions League level. You are right. You are right, Griffiths and Kuma. You are 100% right. Trust me, because with the kind of players most of the Premier League clubs are having, whoever wins the English Premier League title has really done his homework very well. I'm telling you, Griffiths, whoever wins the English Premier League at the end of the 2025-2026 season, the club has really done its homework very well. Because look at Arsenal, look at Manchester United, look at Liverpool, look at Man City, and look at Chelsea. Look at the kind of attack they have at the moment. It will be very difficult for them to drop points. And when you drop points, you are going down. So each and every club will always like to push ahead and make sure they win games. I love your response. Thank you. Keep your response. Keep it up, Griffins. I really appreciate it, Griffins will say. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate the support you are giving me. At least we are all learning, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. I'm grateful. No one has ever given me such a massive support. Then you are the first person that has ever given me such a massive support. And I really appreciate it. Though I get support and encouragement from a lot of people, but trust me, yours is the best. This is the best response I have ever gotten from someone. I love your response. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Griffins, Osei Ankuma. I really appreciate it. How you doing, my guy? Gilmore Gilly, I'm fine, my brother. I'm doing great. Me too, brother, bro. Keep going. Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate everything all of you are doing for me, and I can't take it for granted. Not at all. I can't take it for granted. Griffiths, do you know one thing? Per what I am seeing in the UEFA Champions League, the kind of teams we have in the English Premier League that are representing England, if care is not taken, the UEFA Champions League will come to England. Because with the attack Arsenal is having, with the attack Man City is having, with the attack Liverpool is having, with the attack Tottenham Hotspur is also having, they are going to dominate the UEFA Champions League. And out of the clubs that are representing England in the UEFA Champions League, at least we will have two in the finals. Either Man City or Liverpool, one of them will be in the finals, and one of them will bring the trophy back to England. How Gilmore Gilly, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Griffith Osei, please come and let's digest the sports aspect. Trust me, you've made it interesting and nice for me, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And in the Spanish La Liga, one of the biggest teams in the Spanish La Liga, I won't say Madrid. Madrid have brought in few players to augment their squad. Barca has also done so. But the biggest teams in the Spanish La Liga at the moment is FC Barcelona. If they don't go past you more than 3 or 4, the game won't come to an end. And that is the kind of football we are going to witness in the Spanish La Liga. with Madrid, Alonso ball will take time, and that is what Madrid can't wait. Sure, sure. When the team rally behind Alonso, the team would perform more than Leverkusen. Griffiths, thank you very much. And you know, Blake, who is favorite footballer? My favorite footballer, whoa, if you talk about the current generation, if you talk about the current, I'll give it to Lamine Yamal. But if you talk about the old, my favorite player is Ronaldinho. But if you ask me to mention two out of the current footballers that their prime will never end, even if they retire from football, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, I'll go for CR7. My Nico Williams, then old is Kaka. Ooh. Current, I'll go for Lamine Yamal, and then old, I'll go for Ronaldinho. My best ever. The reason why I love Lamine Yamal at age 18, yeah? Let's say at age 8, between 18 and 17, he is playing above the age of most older players. And it's really exciting to watch. If I am picking the best gen, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. 100%. 100%. 100%. I won't deny that fact. And the reason why people still don't understand why Cristiano Ronaldo is the biggest GOAT and he's the best player of all. Look, he is the only single player that has played over 250,000 matches. Over 1,250,000 matches. Over 1,250,000 matches across every single club he has ever played. Sporting CP, moved to England to play for Manchester United, moved from Manchester United to play for Real Madrid, moved from Real Madrid to play for Juventus, moved from Juventus and then came back to Manchester United, moved from Manchester United to the Saudi Pro League to play for Al Nassr. Only one player can do that, and it's still Cristiano Ronaldo. Jean, how are you? Why French players actually are so overrated? No, French players are not overrated. Let me give you one typical example. One player that football will forever miss him as a French footballer is Paul Pogba. Let's put Zidane aside. Zidane is super great, but the only footballer who lost out of the way, who crumbled and fumbled out of the way, was Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is one of the most complete midfielders in the world. The most complete midfielder in the world. Paul Pogba is one of them. Do you think Madrid can play like how Alonso wants? They can do that. There is only one problem I have with Xabi Alonso. If he wants to play like the way he did at Bayer Leverkusen, then Vinicius Jr. should be sat down and talked to very well. Because if Vini will play as a team player, Madrid will gel on any day, any time. But if Vini always wants to score above everyone, for his name to always be mentioned, then Madrid will struggle to be up there, and Barca will always dominate ahead of Madrid. Okay, Mbappe, Olise, Dembele, Doué is not overrated, but I would agree with Magnan and Theo Hernandez. You know, Blake, for me, I'm not underrating any of these players, because if you ask me, look, French players are one of the finest you can find, and they are very good. You see, the reason why you are not seeing the French national team performing very well when they hit the world stage, they only lack one player, and that is the only player they lack And if that player joins the team, the French national team will be superb to watch. And that player is Paul Pogba. If the French national team welcomes Paul Pogba back into the French national team, if they welcome him back into the French team, they are going to dominate because they have N'Golo Kante in there. And having N'Golo Kante, they can always dominate ahead of everyone. I know Vini is an egoistic, but he needs to learn how to press and defend. For me, it's not sure you are right 100%, but where I see Vini always having problems is if he presses and what his players, let's say Mbappe moves towards the goal line, all he needs is to just release the ball. But he always wants to dribble everyone, dribble the goalkeeper, and then score. But in modern day football, you don't do that. In modern day football, you don't do that. Would you choose Vini or Rodrigo? I'll go for Rodrigo over Vini. It's a setup. I'll go for Rodrigo over Vini. The reason I'll go for Rodrigo over Vini is Rodrigo is a team player, but Vini is not. Why? Okay, very good. I'll go for Rodrigo over Vini. When you talk about a team player, Rodrigo is always a team player. Rodrigo is always not selfish to release balls to other players or other strikers to score. But when it gets to Vini's turn, Vini always wants to dribble everyone without not laying the pass to his own striker to score. Just look at Mbappe and Vini last 2024-2025. Check the videos. And then you realize when Vini gets the ball and Mbappe is close to scoring, it is very difficult for him to give the ball to Mbappe. But when one of them scores, they all celebrate together. Why is it so? So if Vini has to bury his ego and lower and come down to the level of his players, he will always perform and players will always give him assists to score. But Rodrigo for 2 seasons has not played well with less stats and performance. If you remember, I know Rodrigo had injuries, but what I'm saying is, when you talk about a team player, let's put the number of games Rodrigo has played aside. But when you talk about a team player, Rodrigo is more of a team player than Vini. Because even if Rodrigo is injured and he stays for 5 months or 6 months and he comes and he gets the ball close to Mbappe scoring, he will give the ball to Mbappe for Mbappe to score than he wasting that chance whereby the ball can be scored. Read Blake own. Okay, I'll do that. Because for me, if you ask me, I understand why Rodrigo, I understand the angle at which you are coming from perfectly. But the reason I'm also going for Rodrigo over Vini is if Madrid has to score 10 goals and they are playing with Vini and they can score, let's say 1 or 2, and they are playing with Rodrigo and they can score 8 out of the 1 or 2 goals that Vini will give, then I will go for Rodrigo. You get it, Griffith? So that is where I can pick my angle from, because I would love to go for Rodrigo than Vini, because Rodrigo can give me the numbers than Vini giving me the numbers. Because if Vini can get a ball, and you will find it very difficult in locating Mbappe, and when Mbappe gets the ball, he doesn't find it difficult in locating Vini, then I'll go for Rodrigo over Vini. Do you think United should sign Upamecano and Baleba? I'll go for the 2 on any day, anytime. I'll go for Upamecano and then Baleba. But the amount of money Brighton is quoting for Baleba is too high. 150 million pounds. It can get play. Though Baleba is very good, very young, and when it comes to being an athletic, he is there. Strength, pace, and power, he is always there. Scoring one of the finest goals in the English Premier League, he is always there. But do I think the deal will go through? If Manchester United can get a centre back and then a goalkeeper, a good centre back will help Manchester United. For now, I think that is what will help. But if they can get Baleba, I'll be very happy with that deal. Baleba joining Manchester United, I will be very happy. I will be very happy. If you ask me, I will be very, 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 very happy. But Blake, do you think Manchester United can win the English Premier League? Do you think Manchester United can win the English Premier League ahead of Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Tottenham Hotspur? Blake, I think a perfect signing would be Adeyemi because he is fast, good at strike, and he press well with great shots and passes. All these players, Adeyemi, Manchester United is scouting all these players, and the one that will fit in the bill, Manchester United will go for the person. And Adeyemi, Baleba, these are two great players. These are two great and wonderful players. So for me, if you ask me, I think they will finish like 12th or 7th. You mean Manchester United or which team? Blake, which team do you think will finish 12th or 7th? Okay, with United, in my opinion, Man United can win, but in the top 8. Okay, you have a point. Sorry for not attending previous streams. School got me. Leo, I know, because you told me you'll be going to school the last time. So I know, I understand. Blake, you have a point, but I don't think Manchester United will finish on the 12th or 7th position. Manchester United will be in the top 4 in the 2025-2026. And everyone is writing Manchester United off because of their awful seasons in the 2024-2025, 2023-2024, 2022-2023 seasons. Their seasons has had an imbalanced situations. But I think Manchester United will come back, they will bounce back, and the English Premier League, a lot of people have written them off, but they will be back and they will do great. Kieran Fletcher, hi Kieran, how are you doing? I hope you good. Man, you should have signed a goalkeeper, at least Donnarumma. Manchester United want to sign Donnarumma, and he's the number 1 on their list. Initially, they wanted to sign Dibu Martinez from Aston Villa, but Aston Villa was also demanding 50 million euros for Manchester United to sign Dibu Martinez. And when you go for Donnarumma wages is about £250,000 per week. And if Manchester United had to sign Donnarumma, then they have to sell a lot of players to cut down the wage limit. The wage bill, Manchester United need to sell a lot before they can offer another player over £250,000 per week. Because he wanted above 250. He's currently taking 250 at Paris Saint-Germain. So if joining Manchester United, then the bid will go up. And that is what will cost Manchester United. They can't. I think they should sign Diego Costa. Currently, Manchester United is negotiating. Either they will sign Sonny Lamens from Antwerp, or they will sign Diego Costa. These are the 2 goalkeepers I have my sure bet on. One of them will join Manchester United before the transfer window comes to an end. These 2 players, definitely One will be joining Manchester United. Blake, you have a point. You have a point. I don't deny whatever you are trying to say. I think they should. Blake, I don't deny whatever you are trying to say. You have 100%. You have a point. You have a point. And these three goalkeepers you've mentioned, one of them will definitely join Manchester United. Manchester United is in line to sign a goalkeeper and then a midfielder. These are the two players they will be signing before the transfer window will come to an end. And then in January, they will sign players. A lot of players will also be leaving. The reason, okay, Kieran Fletcher, I just want to say that I never said anything bad earlier about the modes. One of them were claiming to be, oh, okay, which I said I don't believe him. Oh, no, Kieran Fletcher, I don't have a problem. I told him to take you off the timer. And he said he can't do it. That I should. So I was also trying to do that, but I wasn't able to do that. Please, I'm very sorry about that. Kieran Fletcher, you are more of a brother to me. I'm sorry. If you could check the previous videos, I told him to take you off the timer. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Kieran Fletcher. Kieran Fletcher, do you think the kind of squad Arsenal is having, signing Eberechi Eze, and then signing Victor Gyökeres, and then they have Bukayo Saka also in there in their flanks. Do you think Arsenal can win the English Premier League? Also, I think perfect replacement for Casemiro will be. You are right. 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 And that can be done maybe in January. For now, Manchester United want to do a strategic signing up till January. Then 2026-2027 season, if God willing, Manchester United will change everything. They want to bring in younger players that will help them dominate the English Premier League. And gradually, things will turn around. My progression, I don't understand what you are saying. Where is Rob? I don't know what Rob is. CR7, my brother, I can't forget about you. Even if I close my eyes, I will definitely remember you, my brother. Kieran Fletcher, yes, I thank God that you told him to remove the timer. Oh, I did. If you can check the video I did previously, I was having network issues. It was on and off, and it was really worrying. Please kindly forgive me about what really went on, okay? Arsenal will finish second like always. Blake, can I ask you a question? Why you don't like Arsenal or what? For me, I know they have one of the best attacks in the English Premier League, and signing Eberechi Eze. And you know one funny thing? One thing you can never deny in this life, one thing you can never take away in this life is everything that goes around always comes around. At age 13, Eberechi Eze was released by Arsenal. A lot of clubs rejected him, and Queen's Park Rangers brought him in. And then in 2020, he joined Crystal Palace. After joining Crystal Palace, since 2020 to 2024-2025 season, he won the Emirates FA Cup with Crystal Palace. They defeated Manchester City to win the Emirates FA Cup. And in 2025 Community Shield, they defeated Liverpool on penalties to win the Community Shield. And now, after several years, he's now moving back to the club that released him at age 13, playing 169 matches for Crystal Palace, scoring 40 goals as a winger, and he's one of the finest set pieces takers in the English Premier League. Check the goal he scored against Chelsea. one of the finest you can ever think of in the English Premier League opener, but the goal was disallowed. And now, after scoring 40 goals for Crystal Palace in 169 matches, he gave over 20 assists. Great standard set by a winger in the English Premier League. Arsenal are runner-up for the EPL. With City, I don't see it. Then that means Liverpool can win the English Premier League once again. If you don't see City, then I think Liverpool can win the English Premier League once again. Kieran Fletcher, yes, Arsenal can definitely win the Premier League. They finally have a striker and have improved the squad depth. Yes, you are right. In their side, the signing of Eze is huge as well. Trust me, thank you very much, Kieran Fletcher. Thank you very much, because I really enjoy our football chats. Kieran, trust me. You, Blake, Dimension 26 Newcastle Edit, RBB, few of you always make this very interesting for me, and we analyze the game as it is. Each player joining a club, we analyze it as it is. We are not biased over here. We always make sure we want to set the standard and the record straight for everyone to humiliate, for everyone to understand where we are coming from. And I really appreciate the support you give me all the time, Kieran Fletcher. May the good Lord bless you. I really appreciate it. Because a Chelsea. Wow! I said it. I knew it, Blake. The reason why, Blake, you are putting Manchester United on the 12th or on the 13th position after the end of the season shows you are a Chelsea fan. Because most Chelsea fans don't like Manchester United. And you've proved it. Great. Woman, you have any European football this season? No, Manchester United is not playing any European football this season. They are not playing in the UEFA Conference League. They are not playing in the UEFA Europa League, and they are not playing in the UEFA Champions League. They are only playing in the English Premier League, and then they will play in the Europe, and then they will play in the Emirates FA Cup, and then the Carabao Cup. These are the tournaments Manchester United will be playing in. Okay, no, please. Okay, thank you. Steph van der Weef. Well, then I assume they will finish higher than 15th. Great. For me, Blake is saying Manchester. Blake, but how Spurs have UEFA Champions League finishing 17th? No. Spurs finished 16th in the English Premier League. They finished 16th. Manchester United finished 15th in the English Premier League. The reason Spurs are going to play in the UEFA Champions League is they defeated Manchester United in the UEFA Europa League finals to win it. They won the Europa League, and that is the reason they are going to play in the UEFA Champions League. eFootball FC Zone, love you more, my boss, love you more. I love United, but Chelsea is better. Chelsea have signed great players. I am not denying the fact that Chelsea have signed wonderful players, but the season is very young. You can't determine who is going to win the English Premier League, but as the games keep on progressing, we will know who is going to win the English Premier League. No, they finished. No, check it very well. Manchester United was 15th. Tottenham Hotspur was 16th. Tottenham wasn't 17th. Please kindly check it very well. I can't really tell though, but I'll cross check and then tomorrow we'll correct it over here. Because I know Manchester United, Spurs were behind United. Spurs were behind United in the English Premier League. I am excited for Estival. You are right. From Palmeiras to Chelsea. And he is very good. In the English Premier League, in their first game against Crystal Palace, he did very well. He was superb to watch. He was exciting to watch. Okay, Kieran Fletcher, this is my top 8 prediction. First, Liverpool. Second, Man City. Third, Arsenal. Fourth, Chelsea. Fifth, Spurs. Sixth, Newcastle United. Seventh, Aston Villa. Eighth, Manchester United. Thank you very much. You've made you've made a good point. But my top 8: Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspurs, and then who again? Crystal Palace, and then Brighton. These are my top 8: Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspurs, Brighton, and Crystal Palace. These are my top 8. You have added Newcastle United. Newcastle United will struggle without Alexander Isak. If they sign Wisa from Brentford, they might do very well. But let's see how the season goes. Liverpool should have kept developing Darwin Núñez. You've made a point, but they also know the reason why they released Darwin Núñez. They are the only people that can tell the reason why they released Darwin Núñez. Suarez Jr., bro, just act as if you are a pastor. Oh, no, I can't act as a pastor and I can't scam people, my brother. Thank you very much. I'm a Muslim and that is not how I was taught. I don't think I can do that. Thank you very much. I can't be a pastor and I can't scam people. Islam doesn't teach us that way. Crystal Palace without Eze and maybe Guehi, you still have them in the high in your prediction. You know one thing, most of these lesser clubs, when they lose a player, they are not concerned about losing that particular player because they already have equal replacement, someone who is far better than the player they are releasing. You know why Bournemouth have always been consistent in the English Premier League, and you know why Brentford have been consistent in the English Premier League, and you know why Brighton have been consistent in the English Premier League. They have good scouting networks. Look at Carlos Baleba. When Brighton sold Caicedo to Chelsea, before they could sell Caicedo, they've already scouted Baleba. And when Baleba came to Brighton, he has proved a point why Brighton spent that amount of money to bring him to their club. No, we were correct to sell Núñez. 100%. Liverpool, they know the reason why they sold Núñez, and it was a perfect thing they did. We spent a lot of money on Núñez, and we had him for 3 years, and he didn't do enough. He had enough time to do well, but he didn't. Now we have Ekitike and possibly Isak. We have upgraded our attack. Kieran Fletcher, you are right. And if Liverpool gets Isak before the transfer window comes to an end, the English Premier League title is for Liverpool. Because for you to have Isak and for you to have Ekitike, two great players by all standard, Premier League proving, and another player coming from a different league to the English Premier League. And in his first 2 games, he has scored 2 goals. So how many goals do you think Ekitike is going to score? Because if in his first game for Liverpool, in the Community Shield, he scored one of the finest goals. And then in the English Premier League, he scored again. So I think Liverpool, if they bring in Isak, they can win the English Premier League. But for me, if you ask me the club that will win the English Premier League, I will say Manchester United, but 99.9% I'll give it to Liverpool. Liverpool has 99.9% chance of winning the English Premier League, and I will never lie. And then Arsenal also has the chance of winning the English Premier League, but it will be very tough for them. If they think that they have the best attack and they will rely with that in their they will have that as part of their mentality, then they will lose focus, and then Liverpool or Man City, one of them will win the English Premier League. But if you ask me the club I wish they should win, I'll go for Manchester United. Any day, anytime, I'll go for Manchester United. If you ask me any day, anytime, I'll go for Manchester United. And trust me, the stakes are high for Liverpool to win the English Premier League back once again. The stakes are also high for Manchester City to win the English Premier League once again. The stakes are also high for Chelsea, but the stakes are not high for Manchester United. That is when they will surprise everyone. For me, that is how I think. For me, currently, that is how I think. Because most people are not giving in for Manchester United because they think they were very awful in the 2024-2025 season. People are not giving in because Manchester United have been awful for the past seasons. But they are going to surprise everyone and win the English Premier League 2025-2026. I have to go now. It's late. I'll be back once again tomorrow and we'll talk more about football. Stay blessed and take very good care of yourself, and may the good Lord richly bless you.